r/Askreddit by QuriosityCat. What is your never again brand, store, restaurant, or company? If I see something is being shipped by on track, I'll cancel. The 3 times they were the delivery company from Amazon, they lost one package completely and tried to say it wasn't their fault. The second package was also deemed lost but then showed up on my doorstep something like 6 weeks later. The third time it sat on shipping label created for a week and I just contacted Amazon and cancelled the package. You don't find a lot of positive reviews out there, and any positive ones you do find seem like they were written by the company via a fake account. Wayfair. Purchased a $1,000 sectional couch that was delivered with damaged upholstery. They refused to let me return it and instead offered me 10% off my next purchase. Yeah. Never using that discount code. JDM Racing Motors. Gave me a damaged motor and claimed a compression test was the only way to test the engine and said it passed. Barely held on in one cylinder. To make matters worse, if you put coolant in where it ought to go, it would come out of the oil pan. Made a few calls and had email exchanges with their mechanics and was informed coolant and oil touch regularly and that is how it cools the oil. Wrong on so many levels. Never got my money back either, so I ended up using the good parts from the exterior to rebuild my old engine. Edit. This got way more attention than I thought it would. Wow. Thanks. Hope it serves as valuable insight into the risks you take buying used parts. We bought a flea medicine from Harrods to use on our cat and she became lethargic and didn't eat anything. We took her to the vet and they told us that they have been trying to get the medicine off the shelves because of how it affects animals. I was in a theater watching Despicable Me when my cat finally passed away. It sucked knowing that my cat is dead because of some money-hungry brand who doesn't care about the safety of the animals it gives its products to. I bought an engine from AutoZone for a vehicle I owned. They had a vendor build the engine, and it was supposed to ship to my house. I waited 3 weeks for it to arrive, but it never did. I contacted their store, was told that it hadn't shipped yet and was coming via FedEx freight. I kept up with the tracking number but couldn't get anywhere with it. I kept calling back every couple of days to see what was going on, and no one could figure it out. I finally managed to find out that it had shipped via another company, RL Freight, and had been delivered to somewhere else. It was like pulling teeth to get a refund on an engine I never received. It took another 2 weeks to get the refund. I won't buy a soda from AutoZone now. Macy's. Got a credit card through them to buy a suit. My parents offered to pay the card off as a birthday present. 2 months of them calling me 5+ times a day, asking where the payment, that had already been made, was. Harassing me to make more and larger payments. When it was finally paid off, they then tacked on a completed payment fee and never sent a bill, so the whole damn thing started all over. I was genuinely about to file a lawsuit over harassment or something. It was unbelievable, because I would tell one person the payment was made, and then get 4 more calls the same day asking the same thing. Then rinse and repeat tomorrow. 1800 flowers. If them. They waited several days after I placed an order for Mother's Day to tell me that they wouldn't be able to fulfill the order. They waited until the day before, putting me in a bad position. Now I Google my mom's zip, add flowers and have a few choices. I call the local shops directly and 1800 flowers is cut out of the process. Frontier Internet. They're one of the ittiest ISPs I've ever had. I will never go back, no matter how cheap it is. AT&T. I was told that canceling my cable and internet services with them would cost me $50 to not return the modem and cable boxes. I didn't care, as I would have had to mail them in and didn't want to mess with the hassle, so I didn't. 6 months later I find a $487 charge on my MasterCard and it was from AT&T. It was $150 per piece of equipment, and a $37 service charge, you know, charging me money for their hassle of having to charge me money. I asked if I returned the equipment would they rescind the charges. They said yes. I returned the equipment and they refused to take off the charge. I confirmed with them that they received the equipment and they said yes they did, but wouldn't rescind the charges after all. I fought it up their chain of command as much as possible and even tried to fight it through MasterCard, but they couldn't do anything about it either. Spirit Airlines. Never again. If them. Flight from Vegas got cancelled. They don't even bother trying to put you on another flight, not only that you have to pay extra for the next flight available. I told them they can go with themselves and I want a refund. The customer service person told me he can refund me Spirit credit. That's when I lost it. After enough itching, he gave me my money back to my credit card and I bought a flight on Delta. Lularo. I only bought stuff to help out a friend that was trying to make ends meet. Luckily she quit after about a year. Bought 3 pairs of leggings over the course of the year and none of them made it the year without holes. $25 each. Never again. Also, I felt gross buying from an MLM, but like I said, just supporting a friend. Neiman Marcus. I went there to buy a Prada bag for my mother. She had a knockoff she loved, so I figured she'd appreciate the real thing. I wear t-shirts to work, but this day it was at least a fancy one. It didn't matter. The sales lady told me it's very expensive, rolled her eyes and walked away. So, I went next door to the actual Prada store and bought one. I don't need to be judged by an angry middle-aged woman working retail. Thank you very much. TurboTax. Did my return, got a notice that my e-file needed to be corrected, logged back in to fix it and my return wasn't there anymore. 6 hours on the phone with 3 tiers of tech support, each one trying exactly the same thing. Finally they were just trying random stuff, so I tried random stuff in parallel, managed to get to my return with the invoice number from paying for the service without logging in. Tried to get them to understand that this was a very bad thing that they should report to someone. And they told me they had no access to anyone technical and no way to submit bugs. This from the company that lobbied to make it illegal for the government to offer tax filing service. Comcast. If Comcast. They failed to turn off my service when I changed addresses, billed me for 2 more months, sent me to collections, and harassed me for 3 years. I could sue but it's not worth the stress. Wayfair. Delivered a wooden table that had a huge split on the side and was broken where you put the leaf to extend the table. Got 4 redeliveries and every single time it was the exact same table with the same damage. Eventually got a full refund, but did they seriously think that would work? Makes 0 sense to me. Bonus, ordered a bedroom set around the same time and paid for delivery and assembly. The assemblers were 2/3 through the assembly and told me they couldn't finish because they couldn't understand the instructions. Had them take all the stuff back and also got a refund. I had some fairly expensive furniture delivered from Art Van before and noticed a pretty big scuff where the laminate was chipped off the side of a computer hutch. This was the mid-90s lol. Anyway, they said they'd get another from the truck, which I found really implausible, and sure enough they were gone for 10 minutes before coming back with the same hutch, except they had colored in the chipped area with a brown marker. I made some interesting phone calls after that one. Tim Hortons. Quality is gone. They no longer have in-store bakeries, the coffee blend is god-awful, the menu is huge, the speed of service is horrible, and the way the owners are treated by the franchise is just disgusting. They need to stop trying to do everything and get back to focusing on what made them great. Chili's. I don't know how this even happens, but I was served fried chicken that was cold and literally had ice on it. Well, it's not called Warmies, dude. Painra. They raised prices and shrank their portions a while ago. Not worth it anymore. I took my Beater Woods truck to a local tire shop for an alignment. They told me they couldn't align it because I had a sticky U-joint, and then charged me for an hour of labor because they had to take the tie rods off. I argued because A, U-joints don't impact alignment, and B, there was about an inch of grime on the castle nuts, so there's no way the tie rods came off. They brought out a manager who just made stuff up about how alignments work. I am a mechanical engineer. I think they thought they could get away with it because I am female. Nope, I filed a complaint with the state and they were fined for lying about service costs. FTD. For Mother's Day 1 year, I ordered flowers through them for both of my grandmothers and my mom. I ordered cards, a teddy bear, all of it, right? So my mom sends me a thank you and a picture of what she got. I notice there's no cards, no bear, and it's not the bouquet I ordered for her. I called the company, they gave me a refund, whatever. My mom got flowers and I got a refund, it worked out. I call grandma number 1 to wish her a happy Mother's Day, she got her flowers, but no card or bear. I contact FTD again. Refund, again. I call grandma number 2. I thought there's no way in hell they'll mess this up again. Yeah, they messed it up again. At least grandma 2 got her teddy bear, but no card. She didn't even know the flowers were from me. I was so angry with FTT by that point that I didn't even bother calling them again. They've lost my business for life. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do you know a great Askreddit thread that you'd like to see on this channel? Let me know in the comments below. And please subscribe to our channel. The Curiosity Cat is watching and meowing. Meow.